What's up, Topeka? Welcome to the I'm from Topeka podcast, broadcasting straight from the... We're here to bring you the people, the stories, and the pulse of Topeka. Whether you're a longtime resident or just curious about what makes the city tick, we've got you covered. And today is a very special episode. I got my man sitting across from me. Who are you, man?
What's up, y'all? You don't know yet, I'm Mike G, local independent artist, Topeka native. And man, we're back at the crib, man. What's up?
We're back at the crib, man. We're back here, and y'all notice we ain't got no guests. If you're watching on YouTube, we ain't got no guests in the middle of us because today is a season 1 recap.
Come on, man.
Let's go.
Let's go. We made it. We made it past season 1. 20
episodes,
man.
bro. It's
20.
crazy. Bro, I remember when we were just sitting here the first time, we was like, we're going to kick this podcast off. Episode 1, like a pre-podcast. And then we're like, all right, how are we going to do this for real?
Yeah, just hit record, man.
Just
and
hit record
kicked
and
it
go.
off. Here we are. Crazy. So how long was it? How long was season 1?
I feel like we started, our first episode was John. And I want to say that was, I'm thinking we're in September. We're in August still.
Yeah.
Like early June?
Yeah, it was June.
June.
We kicked it off in June.
Yeah. So that's wild.
Yeah.
So we're like, but it's been a long time coming. We've had some guests that we thought we were gonna have and not have. And then, we've had some guests that could only shoot at certain times. So we kind of had to push it back. But I think, everything that we did season 1, it was monumental.
It was, man. just the people, the conversations, man. The locations, like that.
Yeah.
That to me was one of my favorite things. Is just kind of going into other people's spaces.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And really kind of taking a good look at the inside of their worlds, like their business, how they're running things, and man, just stepping out and really getting to know some of these people that I had no idea about. Until now. So.
Yeah. And it's good, like you said, like I like the travel aspect, how we got to travel to them because it got to highlight where they're at and what they're doing. Like, I don't know, like where do you think season 1, where do you think the most unique spot was that we went?
The most unique. Yo, shout out Balance Long. And you knew as soon as you asked that, yo. Tev hit me up and said, we're in the shop, bro. Hope you brought water. Hope you brought a towel. We're about to sweat.
Bro.
God, man, I'm a sweater too. So I was in there dying. But man, I'd say, and shout out Balance Lawn Care, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Tyler
and Tyler.
Yeah, Tyler and Tyler. That was definitely the most unique, unexpected. We really did pull up to the shop. It's, super hot summer day, but man, ended up, being I think it was an hour-long convo.
Yeah.
It
was a good conversation too. And the thing was, it was like, so earlier that day, like we had something else going on and we had a meeting or something and we were somewhere else. And then I was like, yeah, and they're just going to come to the house. We got the podcast at like 4, I think it was. It's like, yeah, they're just going to come to the house later. We're like, all right, bet. Well, then Tyler texted me at like 2:00 and he was like, hey, do y'all have matching chairs for the pod? And I was like, yeah, we got some matching chairs. He's like, okay, cool, because we don't. And I was like, oh, shoot, we're going over there. And I didn't think it. So I was like, okay, maybe they're in a shop, they're like, and there's AC,
Right. It's going to be cool.
No, man, they're getting it out the mud, man. They're getting it out the mud.
It's a lot more. It was a shop.
It was a shop.
A real,
Yeah, it was a shop. And I'm thinking like, we're going to be in the office. No, I get there. And we're in the middle of the shop, like where the cars pull in and stuff. And it was hot that day.
It was humid.
Oh my goodness.
And my AC broke this summer, for good. Like it's definitely like I need the new compressor. So one of the things,
the whole unit.
Yeah, yeah. But hey, just powering through though, man. It ended up being worth it. Every one of those conversations, especially that one, though, was good. Good to sit out there, and I was holding it back. Though I remember at one point, I was trying to look, and I looked over. I caught my dude Tev looking up, like he recognized, like, man, you about to start running, like it's beating up on your forehead.
Y'all see it here on the video. Look at it. Look at it.
Man.
It's oh my gosh, bro. I was like, I remember I was talking to Tyler and I looked over, I was looking at him and then I looked over at you and I just see beads of sweat almost coming down like into your eyes. And I immediately knew I had to look back at Tyler because I would have started laughing. He was talking about something serious.
And I was like, subtly trying to do this. And I really was just wanting to like walk off for a second. Like, but it's like I'm gonna calmly just have a heat stroke while we're having this calm conversation, bro. Like,
Oh
but
my
yeah, that
gosh.
was I'd say that one was the
Unique for
most
sure.
unique spot. What about you though? What would you say?
Oh man, I really liked. I have two of them. Obviously balance, but then also I liked the setup that we had at Linked, and also the setup that we had at John's.
Yeah,
That was dope.
those were two favorite
Those
locations.
are
Definitely.
I think just the lighting and then like
the ring to just being in his world like that, like in where he trains, where he works hard. Yeah, that was
dope.
was super cool.
It was dope for sure.
And then shout out Link, man.
Yeah.
Link by AEA in the mall. Like that's just a beautiful setup. The lighting in there, that was just like, and it's just a welcoming.
Yeah,
like the smells, everything in there, just like welcome in. So
yeah.
That was good. Plus the AC. Anywhere we went, man, where the AC was good, like it was like this is good.
It was perfect. Also though, our episode 19, the skating rink. The lighting was dope.
That was so fun. That took me back to sitting in there, man, because I hadn't even been in a skating rink for some years. So
yeah.
I was really, I don't know, were you sitting there wanting to kind of throw some skates on it?
Man, I was throwing some little SWV. Won't you swing my way? Well, I'll start tearing the skating rink up.
Man, you say, can you skate backwards like this? Nah. But yeah, man, that was a great one. The St. Jude house was just amazing.
Oh yeah.
Shout out Brandy. That was just beautiful to sit in.
Beautiful.
Brand new.
And here's the thing. That's one thing that we did learn during season 1 is make sure that we upload right when we're done because I lost the St. Jude house. Like we did a whole walkthrough. Like
I wondered about that. I was like, man, I went to press play on that. And I was like, this vlog's gonna be cool, man. This walkthrough is gonna be okay. That's
gone. I don't know what happened to it. And then I remember, I texted you and was like, hey, do you have Brady's audio?
Yeah.
And so I think it was during that whole thing, bro. I don't know what happened.
I got the audio, but the video pieced out.
The video
was
done. And we had Brandy like in the video, but we had like literally when the episode was over, we shot and like highlighted the whole house. Like the whole walkthrough. The house was beautiful.
Super nice, man.
But yeah, I lost it.
Well, hey, with trial and error too, you know, because just as a musician and as your content creator, like we're already, you know, we struggle with like not having full laptops and full CPU, full space all the time.
Yep.
But man, like we're figuring out like organization for me.
Yeah.
Like the first season of the podcast, like organization. Stop. I'm like digital hoarding on my laptop, and it's killing me right now, man. I'm a digital hoarder. It's insane. So I'm trying to sift through files, pictures, videos, all that, and just like get rid of stuff. And stop, because that happened to me. I deleted. Which one did I delete? Isaiah.
The first time.
I deleted the whole middle of the conversation, man.
Yeah.
And thank you, Isaiah, man, for coming back through.
Yeah.
But that was just pure, like, I don't even know what happened, man.
But,
like,
it only happened once, though.
That's it.
It happened once for each of us.
Yeah.
I lost the video of the walkthrough. You lost the video or the audio of Isaiah's. But it was like, I mean, just starting off for our first season, us only having those hiccups out of 20 episodes, bro.
Exactly. That was really the only 2 hiccups that I can think of, man.
Yeah. I think what's it called? Who do you think? I think we should give out the most unique guest award. Who do you think was our most unique guest, like conversation wise?
Man, that's a really good question. I love the mayor's conversation.
Oh man, that's what made me bring it up. Like what made me bring it up.
Unique, just because it was cool to sit with the mayor of our city and just to hear his like true passion for the city and things like that, and just to be in the mayor's office. That was just cool.
For sure.
You know, unique to me. And then man, there was I'm thinking through them all right now.
I know,
like there's a
good
few
conversations. I mean, guests, like it was cool. I just think the way that the whole mayor situation was like set up, like we weren't expecting. Like I said, y'all, when we first started this, like we weren't like, this is who we're gonna get for sure. This is what we're gonna do. We were just like, man, we're just gonna start this and run with it, hit record, and like go. And like when we got the mayor, like we sent him an email, you know, you gotta go through the receptionist, you gotta do all that. And the mayor's busy, you know. So I understand like the mayor is running the city.
It's the mayor.
You know?
Like, right.
So it's like we understand, like, especially it's a political year, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like with everything, elections and stuff. So it's like, man, we'll just see what happens. Well, then they emailed us back and they're like, yeah, we can get you in this day. And we're like, whoa. And like we're like, shoot, like let's do it. You know what I mean? So I think,
cool.
yeah, it was just dope. Like it was just dope. And The conversation, like just getting to know who he was, and like, he's a local guy,
Man, real quick. Can you tell him about the cardboard cutout?
Oh my God.
Mayor Padilla, man, you got me.
Bro, you got him good.
That cardboard cutout.
Okay, so if y'all know City Hall, if you go in, you got to check in with security, right? When you go in the steps, you got to go to the right, check in with security. Well, there's like a little like fold out table that's right in front to where you can't go like further back or anything like that. Well, I'm sitting here, like, say the camera view is where we're looking to go to the steps and stuff past the security. I'm looking over here at Mike. The security's over here, and I'm talking to Mike, and he's looking at me, and I just see Mike go like this. And like he's waving like a live, like a happy wave. Like, I turn around, I'm like, I like middle conversation, I'm like, oh, maybe someone's there that he knows, So I kind of turn around and look, and he's looking at me, and he's like, and it's a cutout of the mayor behind me.
Yo,
a cardboard cutout.
It threw me so. It looked. It doesn't. I mean, did it throw you off at all?
Does.
Okay, yeah. It's pretty. It's close. Plus, it was morning. I wasn't quite like all the way awake. A little bit early afternoon, but man.
And he was also wearing a real hard hat. Like, it wasn't a cardboard hard hat. It was actually like a hard hat.
There's a real hard on the cardboard cutout. So I was like, oh, the mayor's surprising us with, he heard the construction part of the song, and it's like, hey, we're working on it as a city. And I'm like, so man, that threw me off for sure.
That was a so moment. Funny, bro. I turned around and I'm like, what is? I was like, who? Then I seen that it was a cardboard cutout, and I look back at Mike, and he's like,
man.
And I'm like, yeah, bro, that was a cardboard.
Yeah. I hate that you saw that. And since you did, I know it's coming out eventually, so I'm just I figure if you talk about it on the recap,
gosh,
you know what
bro.
I mean?
That was so fun. I was busting. That was so hard to like catch my breath laughing. It was so funny. But that's another thing, like too, with season 2, like there's a lot more stuff that we're going to start showing y'all before, the podcast and stuff, and like vlogging before, and just different unique things, because with season 1, I think like like I said, we hit the ground running. This podcast space did us very well, for really our first season. Like I said, my wife and I, we turned our master bedroom into a corner for the podcast. And I mean, it's done work, but also like we have growth in where we're going with, vlogging before, and, giving a little behind the scenes stuff, with where we're going with it. And with that, I mean, I think it's just going to open up a lot more opportunities and viewers to see like what really goes on behind the scene, and also engagement. Because podcasts, social media is everything, so we get really good engagement on the things that we're doing now. We were starting off with clipping and everything as well, but kind of as Mike's music career is taking off more and my content creation career is taking off more, I haven't been able to have the time to sit down and do a whole lot of, clipping. But now that we had some in between time between season 1 and season 2, there's a lot more clips coming out. But at the end of the day, I think the growth of where we're going is crazy.
It's been major. That's what's been so special about this, man, is just really thinking about how much has happened these last like few months, man. Like me just kind of randomly, like obviously I've been working hard on my music, just kind of being online on TikTok, seeing my guy Tev over here going crazy viral for the kind of shouting out businesses in Topeka, man. And then going from that to the making a song, having the amazing music video, inviting everybody at the Capitol, Tevin directing the music video. And then us sitting here about to start season 2 talking about season 1. It's just like, man, we really have done a lot of good things these past few months. And I'm thankful, man.
Yeah,
it's been great.
Thankful too. Yeah, like season 1 has been what, 3 months, going in, finishing off on 3 months.
3 months.
And 20 episodes is a lot, for one season, especially starting off, with us doing video and us doing editing and us doing our own career outside of this, because a lot of people don't understand we don't get paid from this. Like, this is just truly our time.
We're
like
just
what
starting this.
We're passionate about like what we're doing, and like we love this. We love to be able to talk with people, highlight other people's stories, but also get to know other people, especially from our city and in our city. So it's been quite the journey for season 1. Season 2 it's going to be even more part of the journey because it's just a unique move where we're going.
Yeah, we got some new things.
Some
we got
new
some exciting
things.
things, man. I was waiting to let you drop that. But
Yeah, we got some exciting things because we're moving into a more permanent location. Partnerships have opened up, sponsorships have opened up, merchandise have opened up. Like you all see, Mike's wearing season one's um, design of the I'm from Topeka. I got partial of season two design of I'm from Topeka merch. But we got some new merch, man.
Y'all need to get that drip, man.
Y'all
Look,
got to. Y'all got to.
You know this is fresh right here.
Yes.
I know you guys have been seeing this and wondering, man. Like you guys need to get in the I'm from Topeka gear. All right, especially if you're from Topeka, you're sleeping on it. All right, you need to be wearing something like this.
We see a lot of people that wear like Kansas City stuff. You know, like Dallas stuff. You know, like we're the capital of Kansas.
Come on now.
Like we need our own merch. Like we need to be rocking where we're from. Y'all see me rocking it. Y'all see Mike rocking it.
Yeah.
Like this is what it's about, y'all. Like being proud of where we're from. But like I said, with the partnerships, we're going to be carrying, like I know on my website right now how you can scan a QR code at certain businesses here in Topeka and you can order your shirt and then I press it and do everything like that. But moving forward, we're actually going to have some merchandise in stock at these businesses. So just be ready for that. We got some new designs. We got some, just some great partnerships when it comes to that too, to where it's opening up doors and we can have people rocking Topeka gear. And
exactly.
Being in Topeka instead of, I'd see people walking around and it has like KC on their shirt. And I was like, I know we're Kansas City Chiefs. Like, go Chiefs.
It's cool, man.
Sure.
Much love, KC.
Yeah, much love. But
we're trying to my goal right now, because I'm from here. I want to elevate the city that I'm in, man, as much as possible in the most healthy ways. And that's another thing I've really loved about these conversations, man. Because I do believe there's more people that are paying attention that may never comment, you know. But since I'm on that subject, I see the views. I need the people that are coming and returning back. Just subscribe.
Yeah,
you know
just
what
subscribe.
I mean? It does help. It does help support us, helps keep us going. It helps get us more views, opens us up to the algorithm. So yeah, just leave a comment too. And you guys that have really been tapped into season one, if there's any ideas you have or things you want to see, or maybe just ideas of changes and anything like that, feel free to comment. Like throw some ideas out there too. You know,
for sure.
We want to grow with you guys. That's the goal too.
We do. We do want to grow. Like that's the thing. Like it's free, y'all. Like I said, comment, like, subscribe, share. Y'all seen us how we talked about it in the first episode. Like just comment, like, subscribe, share. Because it helps. You know what I mean? Like I said, we don't get paid from this, so it's not like when you comment, like, it's personally coming out of your bank account, like where it's like, oh, well, we just sent them $5 or sent them, no, we
ain't asking for checking the route. It's just a follow. Exactly. So, but yeah, thank you to all you guys who have been,
for sure,
checking in. Sending messages, trying to get on the podcast. We got a lot. Thankful for Chelsea.
Yeah, we got talent manager.
Man, yeah, Chelsea that's been helping out a lot with scheduling, having these conversations, communication, and all that. Because like Tevin said, this is one of the things that we have going on. There's a lot. Talk about, man, like what you started some new ventures here recently too. Man. What's up?
And honestly, like it's something I've been wanting to do for a while. But I started my first. I had my first event where I'm emceeing. And I emceed For the Culture Kansas event here in July. And man, I think just being on stage, I mean, obviously we talk on the podcast, I have a mic and everything like that, but being on stage and getting the crowd hype and, talking and interacting with them at a live event and having them engaged, just, man, it absolutely just opened up my eyes for where I really want to go in my career. Like I have a whole career background in fitness and training and things like that. And a lot of people ask me like, well, are you going to go back to that? And I tell them like, honestly, at this point, I just train and work out for myself and my family. But that chapter is behind me now. I'm really moving into hosting podcasts, emceeing, being a personality, for different events and different businesses, because it's just something I'm very natural at, I guess. And I've also opened up where Toastmasters, where I'm working on my keynote speeches and giving keynote speeches to different businesses and different events, and as well as DJing. Being a DJ, man. So I have my first residency as a DJ at a local business here in Topeka, and that's just mind blowing to me because I mean, it's something I just stepped into, and I love it, and the doors just open, but I go back to, how we always talk about faith and, like, truly trusting in God that this is where I'm supposed to be at through everything that I've been through in life, seizures, kidney failures, multiple jobs where I couldn't keep up with the job to where I have to quit, mental breakdowns to I think I've literally been broke down to be built up to where I'm at right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
It's a
it's been
process for
amazing.
sure, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been amazing.
And it's just been great to lock arms with you, man. Like I said, and just connect in community like this. Cause it's just I realized that, man, like once we step away from it for a while, like we're done editing, we take a little breather. It's like, man, we really have like we're impacting people. And that's the main thing with everything I'm doing as well. Speaking of the For the Culture, it was amazing. You did a great job, bro. I was there. Us both stepping out of Evergy this year is huge to me, man. Like us both kind of like I said, our paths aligning randomly. I didn't expect it.
No, that's not.
We talked a few times like over the years, like, yeah, I'd love to do this, but it didn't nothing made sense yet. We were both kind of moving with things, but so it's been great. It's been great to connect. And speaking of your DJ residency, man, we got a lot coming. We got a lot coming. A lot of events, a lot of different things. So definitely stay tuned, man. The podcast is growing. It's branching out to so many things.
For sure. For sure. What about you? Like, I know this has opened up some doors for you, but also like your music career, you're working on something that's near to being complete.
Yeah, I know. It's been such an emotional thing for me, man. I feel like I get weird, like as an artist, and you understand too, like, but I go through such a, I'm living out, some of it's past pain, some of it's just relationships, friendships that didn't work. It's things that I'm really sifting through with this album. So I'm working on this album. It's called Growing Pains.
Let's go.
And thank you to everybody that's been following me, man, that's been checking into my music, coming here, checking into our podcast. But yeah, it's been a journey too with the music. And I've been working for years to really get my sound right. And we're here. I'm dropping my first album soon. So I'm finishing it up. I got 2 more songs left, masters that are coming back, and it's coming. So
man, I'm excited for it.
Yeah. And you've been a fan. That's what's been so special, man. I've been a fan of you, and you've been a fan for years. So it's just been a blessing. Again, I keep saying that, but I'm just thankful to be able to connect up with someone that has this similar energy and the dedication, and because you've been through some stuff. And the thing that I see about both of us is, man, we get down, but we bounce back harder each time. And there's no quit.
No.
And things have gotten tough. You know what I'm saying? And we've both been through some stuff, but man, here we are. So if that's, I just want that to speak to everybody, man. Like, plan for so long, but eventually take action. You know what I'm saying? Don't get stuck in the planning phase. Like, you got to start somewhere. So start stepping.
For sure.
And
I think that's the thing. Like, that's a lot of people ask me when I'm learning TikTok, because I haven't been, like, I'm usually on TikTok live, and I'm usually there just, just streaming, just talking and playing around, like just doing just random, just fun, different things. But I haven't been recently. And, when I have jumped on there, I'm actually DJing. And people are like, yo, what's going on? Like, like, what like, what is this? They're like, this is dope, but I told people, like, during the TikTok lives, I tell people, like, I've always had this in my brain. Like, I've always had this. I want to do this. I want to do this. Like, after going through my seizure and realizing that during a seizure, like, I was literally talking like this, and then all of a sudden, just I'm waking up, and I'm on like a paramedic's bed, and so, but that's how quick life can just stop, So what you saying, like, if you have something, like, just do it, you know what I mean? Like, I just say, do that thing. Like, I tell people on TikTok live now, it's like, just do that thing. Like, y'all see me streaming and y'all see me doing that. It came to me, so I did it. And then now DJing is like, I have this urgency to, like, just get this done and, like, do it, because life can just end. So life can end tomorrow, but it's like, I want to be able to say I do it. I've done it, and I'm doing it.
Yeah.
And so,
like, didn't let fear kind of hold you back. You know what I'm saying? And and look what's happened though.
I know,
you know
bro.
What I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, since just stepping out, like you mentioned that, like, you had a seizure. How many months ago?
It was May 15th.
This was not that long ago, man.
May 15th.
And that's what happened. We were gonna talk about, I think, starting the music video. We hadn't even really I don't even know if the podcast had been a thing even discussed about yet. And I remember I woke up the next day like, yo, man, I'm coming over. Let's start putting this together. And then you like, I had a seizure. I was so thrown off by that. I was like, what?
May 15th. It was crazy how it happened. Like, just random.
And then thanks to you guys, because you guys got gifted the tickets for John Contrell's fight downtown, man. And then you ended up hooking Kayla and I up with that. And it's just wow, man. Like I said, life is crazy. Like sometimes how you get removed from certain people and situations, and then you end up connecting with people you never would expect.
Yeah.
You know, so.
But I think that's the thing. Like when you just act.
Yeah.
Like faith without works is dead.
It is completely. It's empty.
You know,
it's
like
empty.
you can't say, yeah, I got the faith, but I'm not putting in the work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And a lot of that time, the work is God will tell you, like, He will put that urgency into you, like, be like, do this. You know, and you'd be like, oh, like, I don't know if I really want to do it. I don't trust. Like, God, there's no income coming in from this. You know what I mean? How am I going to do it? But just do it. Just do it, because He will provide a way. You know what I mean? If He's telling you, if you got that gut urgency to be like, this is what I need to do, this is what I want to do, then do it. I'm more risky when it comes to that, because I truly believe, like, everything I've been through, God is literally right here with me no matter what, all the time. So I trust in that, but I'm not telling people to be like, you know what, you had a bad day at work, quit your job and go do whatever it is. I'm not saying do that.
It's not.
It's just a matter of like connect with your faith and work on something every single day. Like even when I worked those different jobs, even when I did the different things, I've always done like content creation on the side. Like I've always like watched YouTube videos, watched how people edit and design and do these different things. So put some work behind it. And then when you're fully feel like you're ready to jump, man, don't just stand on the edge of that cliff. Jump. Man. Like Steve Harvey said, man, he'll open up that chute for you.
Yo, and I'm gonna tell you this, facts on that. And I'm gonna tell you this. I just left Carter. Shout out Carter Precision Studios. That was one of the favorite pods. I would say, because I've been, man, Carter is just such a inspiration as well. Sure. Just opened his barber school up. We were a part of that grand opening too this year, man.
Legit.
Shout out Carter. Much love to you,
Shout
man.
out to Carter for sure.
And I just left, got the fresh cut. And we were talking about, because I have a little part from him I'm putting on the album, Growing Pains. And we always have great conversation when we're in there. But he was talking about how life is like agriculture in the aspect of when a farmer has to, like, with anything you do, there's a rejection period, a rejection process. So when you first plant something, there's no rush in that, and sometimes it's gonna die. Sometimes it's not gonna spark. It's not gonna start blooming. You got to keep watering. You got to keep planting over and over. Sometimes you got to sit through the seasons when everything dies and nothing sprouts.
Yeah.
And he was talking about there's always that rejection process, and if you can stay stable through that, that's the growing pain, and then you can produce fruit on the other side of that. And that's the faith, and that's the dedication, and the stability that, like, I'm trying to keep my feet underneath me through the process of growth always, man. So. That hit. Yeah.
I love that.
I love Carter, man. He's usually dropping gems like that. So
man, that makes a lot of sense, man. A lot of sense. You know what I mean? Like you said, you will be rejected. Like,
because, man, you had a seizure, and at that time, I know you were discouraged, bro. Like, I know you've been, like, you were, I don't know what exactly was going through your head at that time, but that's very, like, you trying to figure out if something really wrong with me, right? Because it was super random. You know, you're not out of shape. You're not you never had any crazy health issues that you know of like that. So, that's a hit.
It was. Like, you know, and like I still got one MRI that I have to do. I did an EEG, and that came back normal.
Thank God.
Yeah,
for that,
you know.
for sure.
But also, speaking of Carter, man, I truly believe in the power of prayer. And when he found out I had a seizure at this grand opening, he literally came and touched me and touched my wife and told us, like, he prayed over us and was like, all that's gone. Like, it's gone. It's never coming back. Like, you, and I mean, that was like, it literally made my wife cry and gave me goosebumps.
Yeah. He's a real believer, man. Like that. Like,
he is. And like, since then, I haven't had no issues or anything. And then also, you know, I've gotten closer with God, you know, and reading my devotional. I have to get better with reading it daily. But there's times where, you know, like, I'm truly covered. You know, like I'm truly covered. Like, even through everything, like I said, all this income and stuff like that. Like, I'm not making any income when it comes to this stuff, because legally I'm not able to work because I'm not able to drive. So, like, until I'm fully cleared. So for these past 3-4 months, like, I just been like, all right, I'm doing content creation, and then I'm doing podcast stuff, and I'm just doing digital design and all these other different things. So it's like I'm fully covered, and I've never once been like, God, like, why is this not happening? I'm just like, hey, it's gonna be taken care of when it is taken care of.
Yeah, like that's been something that I've been struggling with and growing to come to realize is like that what we're talking about is like staying stable.
Yeah.
through the process of just having to be patient sometimes. Like, man, nothing is moving. Like, and I'm down now too. On top of all that, in so many ways. But like you said, man, sometimes it's just about making it through that one day or that one night and waking up like, oh, I'm good. I'm ready. I'm refreshed. My spirit's good. I'm ready to roll. So, I do have a question for you, man. So when it comes to just because I know this is a big thing with anybody that's doing content creation specifically, what would you tell people that when it comes to the importance of like also just making sure you sit with people in person? You know what I'm saying? Like yes, being online, like it grows you, but like what are the importance? So how did it fuel you by stepping out and doing events in person like that? Like going for the culture, how does that fuel you in a different way?
Man, I've always been one to like just take action. So it's always just kind of been there for me. Even when I have anxiety and things like that, because I do suffer from clinically severe anxiety and depression. But I've always just been like, hey, I'm just gonna do it. You know what I mean? Like if I just put my head out there, like I'll figure out a way. But also it's a faith. But it's very important because if you say you want to do something and you're not putting your foot out there, you're not putting your head out there, putting anything out there to make it happen, then it's just words. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and I think sitting down with people and talking with people, I have a lot of meetings with a lot of people, you know what I mean? And I figure out it lets me know how serious people are. And it also lets me know or lets them know that I'm gonna take it serious, So meetings take up a lot of time. And people have always told me like, oh, you need to charge for consultations and stuff like that. And maybe later on down the road, put a small price tag on it or something like that. But I've never been one to really do things for money. Even when I did training and stuff, I did stuff for free. I did free trainings. I did, all this different stuff. Now as I've grown, I know I have a family, so I have to take care of my family and things like that. So there is a price. But a lot of the times it's like I'm willing to sit and talk with people if they're serious about it and what's going to be the next step. Not just like, oh, let's just sit and talk about it and be like, oh, that was cool. You know what I mean? But like, what's the next step? Like, what can we do? Like, how can we lead something up? So I think that's important, like for anything, as a content creator, there's ways that, you can have virtual meetings and things like that.
Yeah.
But I feel like sitting in person is more serious,
Yeah.
It's
like
just
feeling a human's energy.
For sure.
Because like Toastmasters, like it's such a difference. Like if you're on Zoom doing a speech or anything like that, it's so much different when you can feel when the people are in the room, like with you, looking at you. So just wanted to touch on that, man. Because I know that recently you've been experiencing a lot of that. Starting some events, emceeing. We got so many events coming, yo.
So many events, bro.
Yo, I'm hyped,
So
man.
much.
I can't wait to just step into season 2, man. It's moving in such a great direction.
There's so much, and then there's so much more growth opportunity. Like, I mean, like TV production style stuff, y'all. Like,
we just got some people that kind of came, and that's the thing. Speaking of when you're serious, I want to touch on that. I love what you said about that because I remember when we first when I came over here and I was like, man, let me see what Tev's talking about. Let's work on the music video. Let me see. And I found out just by coming over here how serious you are about content. You got the whole merch shop set up. You got your processes set up. You do a lot, man. And I can tell instantly. Like, not that I didn't think you were.
For sure.
But like I could really tell like he's as serious about what he's doing as I am about what I'm doing. So this is definitely gonna come together nice. And that's what it takes, man, is really being serious about it, like taking it serious, so I just love that. I love what you said there because that's important, man. For people.
I just feel like if you're trying to and it comes back to, like I said, just doing it, like take the steps, you know what I mean? Like take the steps.
There's never
like,
gonna be a perfect setup.
It's
bro.
not.
I'm finding that out. Like there's errors within the perfect setups. Always, it seems like there's always gonna be one or two things that don't quite. You got to let down expectations sometimes. And that's tough. You know what I'm saying?
Just like John said from, the first episode of season 1 is, we're humans. So even when we say we think we have the perfect setup, we're always like, oh, well, that wasn't good enough. I want something more.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, so don't ever think you have the perfect setup with anything that you're doing, especially in life. Is like, as humans, like we want, like that's one of our, like, it's not a deadly sin as necessarily, but it's a thing to where it's like, you're always going to want more.
So, always.
But
There's
you have
always
to
more.
take that first step to even get to that stage to want something more. Now it comes down to greed. If you want more out of greed, or you want more because you can do more.
Right.
But it just definitely comes down to just take that first step and make something happen.
Yeah.
And that's what I've learned throughout the whole process. Like I didn't get here from just being like day 1, I'm doing this, to day 10 or day 1,000, and you're coming in, you're like, oh man, he's got a whole process set up. No, I've learned by like, if I do this, then this isn't gonna work. If I do this, then this will work. But then I can build
years of trial and error, man. Like years, not just like just yesterday. What's the saying? Like, I was born during the day, not yesterday. Like I love that saying, bro. I love that so much because it's true. Like it takes, and same with what I'm doing. Like I've stepped out and had some of the worst sound. I've had DJs mess whole sets up. And those moments have almost made me just be like, oh man, like it's such a defeating thing. Like when you really care about what you're doing and it doesn't go, especially with sound, how you want it to. But shout out Frosty's production though, man, for that sound at Evergy, with the Get Down in T-Town. That was
how was that? Let people know. Like you just came off that weekend.
Yeah, man. So it was such a blessing again to be able to perform. Like Evergy, it's $10 million? I think they put like 10 million. Dylan was telling me into that. And it's beautiful, man. Just the stage. It felt so good. It felt like the peak of what I've been leading up to this year with all the performances, man. And then peaking up to finishing my album. I feel better than I've ever felt. But yeah, man, just looking out, it was actually really nice outside. The sun was set enough to where it wasn't too bad. But yeah, that performance was awesome, man. I can't wait to take that stage again, hopefully soon. So
no, it sounded great, man.
Thank you, man. And I appreciate you just being there. You've been almost at every show, and I just but that's true. It's true friendship, man. And that's what this also is. That's where it started. There's a lot of people that want to collab and want to see what you're doing and try to come around and like, how can it help what they're doing? But man, like, I want to build true connection.
For sure.
You know, and the people that have reached out to us see what we're doing and we're making moves, and they see that. So they're like, hey, I can help here. I can help here. And I think that that's important. I've touched on it before on the pod, but like not trying to force a team and force those positions. And it's been me and you, and things have kind of grown naturally based off of just kind of what we've done. So just letting everybody know that, man, if you ain't got a full team, you got people down, whatever it is, man, that's like we've said, take action. Start doing it. Put belief hardcore first and yourself behind it, and then you'll start to see other people popping up at some point. So
for sure. And that's the thing. It just takes time, man. It takes time.
It really does.
And just have patience. You know what I mean? Because like I said, with us moving into season 2 and like what the things like the team that like it's just naturally came together with it. Y'all are gonna see. It's just beautiful. Even shout out to Chelsea, you know what I mean? Like my talent manager, she's a manager for the podcast, but also my personal talent manager.
She's cool.
Like
I love
she's
Chelsea.
been down like since the jump. Like she's
really
followed
has.
me on my journey from the very beginning of like the stuff that I've done. So shout out to her. And you know, I asked her one day because we were going out, and as a social media content creator and as an artist, you know what I mean? Like the more notoriety you get, the more times people in public will be like, hey, can we do this video real quick? And you're just kind of like, I don't have my camera. I don't have a microphone. Like, I don't like, and it's not like.
So you ain't got the mini mic on you, bro?
That's what I'm saying. It's like, I'm not doing it right now. So, and it's not to be rude or nothing, but like that. But me as a person and as a human, and like, I always kind of want to be like, I don't want them to think I'm rude or anything like that. But so that's why I hit Chelsea up and I was like, hey, what do you think about being my talent manager and being able to help me organize a lot more, like with my events and scheduling my content creation, like with partnerships and stuff. But also like when we're out in public, when I'm doing a live stream out in public, people coming up and being like, hey, like, can you shoot this? Or can you do this right now? And she'd be like, hey, well, no. I can be like, yeah, you got to talk to my manager. Like, and it's not, like I said, it's not to be rude. It's not to think I'm bougie.
No, it just makes it easier communication-wise in general. To make sure, because there's a lot of people that are messaging, so to make sure that people are getting responded back to and things in due time, like good time, you know, hopefully. So, you know, shout out Chelsea, man.
Yeah,
she's
Chelsea.
And her parents, they're lovely too. Like they came to a few shows, man. Just great people in general. So it's exciting, bro.
Yeah. For sure. We got some good stuff.
Shout out Chucho, man. Chucho, Lyric. Those were 2 favorites as well.
Lyric, JQ.
JQ,
I mean,
man.
we had some great artists.
Bro, like I enjoyed every single one of the conversations we had. Honestly. And of course, if it's another artist, I'm gonna super connect.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
But everybody, man, for your time. And that's what we're gonna continue to try to do is lock arms with the community, man. We need more unity. That's what we need. And I'm trying my best to lock arms with the youth too. I wanna be an influence. You know, I see a lot of that in our generation, man. It's either the older generation acting like they're gonna live forever and we don't exist, or it's the younger generation acting like the old never paved the way. And it's like that combination is not gonna help us, you know. So any way we can elevate and live community, man.
Yeah,
I'm all for this.
All about it. Since we're giving shout outs, man, shout out to your wife.
Yeah, shout out my wife, Kayla, man. And she does so much.
For sure.
She does so much just as a wife. First of all, man, I love her. I'm so lucky, so blessed. But then just as my sidekick, video editing, all kinds of things, man, lyric videos. She does so much behind the scenes that she really believes in me, you know, and that's what's really motivating, man. Because even on some of the nights where I'm like, man, this is looking slim. Sometimes she's like, Mike, you know, she reminds me, man, of the things I need to hear. So and shout out your wife.
Man,
let's talk the importance of our wives. Jess, shout out Jess.
Man, shout out Kayla, shout out Jess, and shout out Hezzy, you know, my wife and my son.
Shout out Hezzy.
They you know, they're a lot of I know I tell people all the time, Jess is my rib, because she's the reason why I'm able to do a lot of what I'm able to do. Man, you know, as in a relationship, you know, sometimes relationships, it's not always equal when it comes to partners, and Jess has been way more than favoring on my side a lot of the time. So I'm very grateful for her because, like I said, I mean, shoot, y'all see it. We're in our master bedroom. You know what I mean? Like, most people would be like, absolutely not. You know, like, I'm not giving up my master bedroom. But she was like, yeah, absolutely.
She's been on board.
Yeah, even with all the stuff that I'm doing, like with DJing and MCing and stuff like that, there's times where I might have to fly and go out of state to do different things. And she's like, yeah, have fun. Like, do it. You know, I'll be here.
Yeah.
And then when I'm able to bring her with me, she's like, yeah, absolutely. Let's go. And then, you know, with her, like, being able to, you know, there's times where, like, you know, finances and stuff, like, she's like, I'll find a way, you know, to like make finances work when it comes to like getting equipment or, you know, doing different things. And, you know, especially recently, like, she's been my dang near chauffeur. You know, I can't drive. Anytime I'm like, all right, babe, can you take me here? Can you do this? Yeah. She's like, all right, we can go here, go here.
I've been using Kayla's car trying to soak that AC in. I'm not gonna lie, man, when I can, but it is what it is, you know.
For sure. I mean, but yeah, man, we got great support systems. Yeah. So shout out to everybody. Shout out to all the people we collab with on season 1. It's been amazing. Season 2, truly can't wait to show y'all what we got going on. We still got a little bit of a downtime. So in between this downtime, y'all are going to see we're probably going to put full episodes on Facebook. So just be watching for that too. But also make sure that y'all go to our YouTube, subscribe and like and comment too. Facebook is great, but make sure YouTube, that's where we're really trying to get the numbers up on the YouTube as well. So y'all will see that. Y'all will see clips. And then y'all will see updates as we move and get ready for season 2.
That's it, man. And it's just been, again, man, I'm grateful. Yeah. I'm grateful we're here. We're doing it, man. This is the recap. Yeah. It's crazy. Like I said, time is just like the summer. It's already, we're near fall, man. We got summer. Oh yeah, I know. Crazy. Little heads, they in school. Yeah. Crazy.
You're doing pre-K, man. Yeah. He's in pre-K.
I know.
It's crazy. But yeah, man, life continues, and you know what I mean? Like, just enjoy every moment of it. And trust your process, because your process might not be the same as everybody else's process, but your process is important to where you're going and what you're doing. So
that's it.
Trust that.
Trust it. Thank you all, man. Much love. Stay prayed up. Don't stop believing in you, man. Yeah. And stay tuned. And if you haven't already, man, tell a friend to tell 3 friends to tell 5 friends to come like, subscribe, and comment something cool.
Let's go.
Check all. And now's the time. Catch up on all the pods, man, before season 2 kicks off.
Yeah, catch up on them and hit that bell notification so you never miss a I'm From Topeka podcast. We'll see y'all season 2. Let's go. Peace and love.
Peace and love.
Love Topeka, baby. It's about the people, baby. Yeah. I love my city.